那冰棒好有趣。
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Hello.
I need to remove this one. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. はじめまして。
はじめまして。
フィンと申します。
I'm taking a photo.
ピンさん、よろしくお願いします。
はい、お願いします。今日はね、田中さんと、海藤さんと一緒、ちょっと恥ずかしくて、三島由紀夫さんの作品を、みんなと一緒、リーディングクラブをしますから、
はい。
どうぞ、始めようか。なんかさ、ちょっと緊張してる。はい、お願いします。今日はね、私には、初めて、人生初めに、三島由紀夫さんの作品を、はい、ちょっと恥ずかしい。
So you have never discussed.
I've never done this before. Never discussed this.
Yukio,
Mishima?
Mishima. You never discuss this person to other people at work. Yeah, but the thing is, I was saying that why would you discuss that person at work? It's just
I only discuss his work with my teachers at university, at school. So I've never.
Yeah.
So I really want to. I'm really happy, and I'm honored to. Oh my God, what am I talking about?
Oh no. All right.
Okay.
So what should we talk about?
I don't know. So.
Can you show in the book?
Oh, sure.
Book.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Which book have you read?
Have you ever read this?
Yeah.
I
haven't read it though. Yeah. Because I told her that I read some essays and a few novels.
仮面の告白。
Yeah. What about yours? Come on. 可以讲 Why don't you show yours? Your Mishima collection.
Mine.
You have your own Mishima collection?
Yeah, he does.
Cool. I only have. Who's that?
Something like this.
Oh.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I've read Haruno Yuki.
春の雪。This one.
はい。で、天人のあれ。
天人御水。
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And while I was junior high.
Junior high.
Yeah. Seriously. And
yeah.
And so that's why I've never understand what he was talking about. All I know is this guy was very crazy to me, and his world kind of collapsed or something. I don't know. So this is this was
that he killed himself at the time. Like when you were a middle school student, did you know that he actually killed himself?
I knew that.
You know that.
I knew that, but I just didn't know why he did that.
No, probably nobody knows.
And why?
Well, the thing is, no. But the thing is, well, actually, I beg to differ. I do think that if you know his personality, you think that it's quite likely that he would do something really extreme. I
don't know his personality actually, but I do know something. A little bit about him. But like, 滅びの美学。日本文学の中である滅びの美学。でしょ？
Is it the beauty of something?
The beauty of destruction.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, to him, Mishima Yukio, that could be, well, the beauty of self-destruction. I suppose.
Mm-hmm. But do you really think that? I thought he's actually quite
What?
Yeah, well, you see, that's how I totally got a different thing about it. I knew that he's really extreme, so it's very likely he would do something like that. But I do not think he's into self-destruction. I actually think he's seeking some kind of life perfection. Because he has some kind of perfection. And I don't think it's necessarily destruction.
Oh, I see your point.
I think in a way he's a perfectionist, isn't he?
Let me make it clear. Horobi means destroy or ruin.
Yeah.
So the beauty of destruction is not right.
Yes, but death itself is beauty.
Oh.
It makes perfect his life.
Oh. All right.
Well, there was a saying in beauty makes you cry, sublime makes you terrified. Yeah, I mean, this may be this kind of sublime or in his world, or maybe.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, he didn't just kill himself, did he? He seized like a perfect ceremony. It's like it's ceremonial. Like he had everything set up. It's like a stage. Yeah, he's like his final performance. I thought he was an actor for some time. But he cameoed in a few films or like TV drama, right? He was quite volatile. Like he tried different kind of ways of performing.
Well, yes.
Yeah. So to me, like he's like his death is like the final stage. Yeah, to draw the curtain to his life. Oh yeah, so okay, so that way it is like he's seeking perfection to his okay, get that.
Okay. So what do you think about Mishima Yukio, Tanaka-san?
It's complicated.
Yeah, he's
very
complicated.
I think he has never had sense of reality.
Never.
He's
Why?
been living on his own world. Perhaps he, according to some of his work, he must felt he was kind of refused from reality. Always refused.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because the reason he killed himself, it was because he was seeking some kind of reform, right? He wanted the self-defense guards or the Japanese army pretty much to have a reform. He wanted to restore imperialism, right? Is that right?
Yes, that's what he said.
But the thing is, it was at the time the world was full of like hippies, and so no one took him seriously. I think there were some people actually took him seriously. He had some followers, didn't he?
He did. He organized his own force, his own.
Yeah. Like fan club.
Yeah, the groupie.
Yeah, like,
I think they're groupies.
One of them actually chopped off his head after he.
Well, the thing is, I thought the person who was meant to chop his head off did a terrible job.
Why?
And then other people stepped in because the person, he's just a groupie. He's not trained, He's not.
Oh,
it's not easy to chop somebody's head off with a samurai sword. So another person who studied kendo for 2 years actually stepped in and chopped his head off because he was in agony. Yeah.
Yes, cut through bones.
Yeah. And when they I thought they had to go through trials because it's illegal to do so. You can't help someone kill himself. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, so it was really tricky. So do you think his death has something to do with what's the other guy's name? I can't pronounce this. The Nobel laureate.
Yes.
Because a month before that ceremony,
Yasunari.
his friend got nominated, and then his friend won the Nobel Prize of Literature. I think that was just like a month before his death. So do you think it has something to do with him seeking death?
I
Because
think
that guy, within a few months, he killed himself as well. He gassed himself.
yes, after Mishima's death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see that's the major
Okay.
reason
Oh, okay.
to kill himself.
Do you think he's upset that he didn't get nominated?
But sooner or later he could get the awards, Nobel.
Oh, you think so?
Award. Yeah, I believe so.
Oh. What about you, Finn? Do you believe that he would have been nominated?
You mean Mishima?
Yeah.
I thought he'd been nominated for several times of
Oh,
Nobel
but he
Prize,
just didn't get it.
but he never
Oh.
got that.
Yeah,
And
before.
well, as not sort of fan, but yeah, maybe I was a fan. I don't know, but as a fan of Mishima and Kawabata, I'll
Hang
take.
would you say that you are the fan of Mishima?
I don't think that I really am the fan of Mishima, but I do read his books. Anyway, so I'll take the rumor as a beautiful gossip.
Okay.
The death of Kawabata. The reason why he killed himself, he gassed himself. Well, some said that he was too sad about Mishima. I don't know,
Yeah.
but we never know. So
Okay, here it said on Google. It said Mishima is considered one of the most that's not important. He was considered for the Nobel Prize in literature in 1968, but the other guy won it.
the other guy
So
means
he was
Kawabata.
considered. Yeah, he was considered, but it wasn't him. Yeah.
Actually, Mishima recommended Kawabata. He wrote recommendation for the committee.
Oh, all right. Would you call yourself a fan of Mishima? Teacher.
Perhaps not.
Why? Why not?
The reason why I was interested in his literature is he's very different from me. Because he always said he has no unconscious. What he does is everything through his consciousness.
Conscious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He doesn't believe that he's doing anything unconsciously. He believes everything is in his full control. Okay.
So what's the drive? I mean, to you, both of you, to read Mishima's works. What's the drive?
Oh, because he's so weird.
He's so
weird. He's a mystery.
He was so weird because he's weird. You read his
T. Jung and I discussed because he hates Daizai.
Oh, right, I know that.
He thought Daizai is a total loser. But I would say that I'm a fan of Daizai.
You are the fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Daizai. Actually, I prefer Daizai over Mishima.
Okay.
But the reason Mishima hates Dazai is both of them has common elements.
Oh.
Mishima admitted he somehow similar to Dazai. That's why he hates Dazai.
Nah, I don't think they're the same. I don't think they're similar, but he thinks so. He believes so. I don't think. To me, they're completely different. What about you two? Do you see something similar in them?
Well, there's somehow there's a laziness in their works. They seem to believe something yet believe nothing in their life or the way of pursuing perfection.
Would Mishima say that he believes in nothingness?
No,
I don't think
makes me
agree.
feel that. Like last year I just read that book again, Megami, Goddess, a book of Mishima, Goddess. I would not say that I love the book, but I think he was kind of crazy. I mean, in describing the father, right?
Because
I don't think he will say that he was believing nothing or believing something. He will show this feeling or show his belief through those characters in his books. Like in Megami. In Megami, the father, the gentleman.
Yeah, but the thing is that is really similar to this one. The
Hey.
kind of obsessive, obsession.
I love him.
I know. But the thing is, I would say Mishima had more in common with this guy.
Yeah.
Because the drive to perfection, and also the.
But Tanizaki was more obsessed.
Really? Can you? So what's the scale to compare the two?
The feeling, just the feeling. Have you ever noticed that? The feeling of.
No, I find both of them really.
Tanizaki is more erotic.
But the thing is, because when I read you.
Okay, let's say that you mean you.
When I read Mishima, I think it's very gay.
Who's very gay? Mishima?
Something really gay.
Well, I believe he was a gay. Actually, like Miwa Akihiro, でしょ?
Or he just loves beauty itself.
He think he's beauty. Have you ever read his his photo album? 写真集ばらけ. Have you ever read that?
Which one?
写真集ばらけ. His
photo book.
Yeah, his photo book.
No.
You should read that. You should. He want to show the beauty of his body.
That's why he's so confident on stage and everything. Yeah.
He trained him so hard, like as if he was a model. So yes, Mishima was there's something erotic in his books, but in Tanizaki's that's more erotic. And about erotic, though, there's something I like to weigh in because in Tanizaki's books and Kawabata, some of Kawabata's like Sleeping Beauty, right?
Oh, I love it.
So there actually something common in Kawabata and Tanizaki. Kawabata Yasunari. Kawabata 川端康成 Kawabata.
Oh.
Hey?
Oh, that one. I've seen the photo.
Yeah, right?
I've seen the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He was crazy,
Well, he's an expressionist.
Uh-huh.
He's a narcissist. I would say that he loved him. Yeah, he's a narcissist.
Well, yeah, he was.
Kawabata.
大丈夫。Kawabata. Hi.
I think he's very subtle. When he tried to portray lust.
Wait, subtle? That's subtle? Really subtle? He's not subtle at all.
Sleeping Beauty is quite an exception, but in his other books, like the
Yukiguni.
In the dance lady.
Oh yeah,
those are all really subtle.
That was subtle. Okay, that was subtle. What about?
I think Sleeping Beauty? It has to be that way because that book. I mean, the concept of that story. It has to be quite scandalous.
Yeah,
because that is the essence of it.
Okay.
But I don't think generally he's very Japanese.
Well,
I mean, a more subtle kind of Japanese beauty to me.
Well, while I was in college, and that was the last year in the college, and we have to write an essay about Kawabata's Yukiguni. The Snow Country. Yukiguni, Snow Country. And I did.
Yeah, it's a about the Turkish baths.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Turkish.
I think it's some
Yuki-
kind of like they have women serving men.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yes. That book and that translation of the book was beautiful. Anyway, I read that in his original version, like in Japanese, of course,
Yeah,
and I read it about like 14 times, and I wrote an essay.
Yeah.
I said that Kawabata-san was an LGG.
Oh, you mean
I mean,
school?
in college. While I was in college, my essay, I said that Kawabata-san was erotic. He was like horny
Happy
old man.
Oh, really?
Oh, actually, Yukiguni to me like kind of porn. Okay,
Oh, wait.
right? That was subtle, and he always described the fingers of the right. Have you ever read that, Tanaka-san?
Yes, I have ages ago.
Ages ago. Okay, so
Which book is it?
well, do you remember the guy?
Snow Country.
The Snow Country, right? Snow Country. The guy in Snow Country. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, because to me, Snow Country it has the kind of feel of this one.
Gabriel. Oh, yes and no.
Memories of my melancholy.
Yes. I love the book.
Yeah, it's like
Can we talk about him last time? Next time, next time.
Because I still find it subtle because it's not over the top.
No.
Yeah.
No. but that book was actually, this one was actually
obscene. Because I think with certain writing it could be really obscene, you know.
Okay.
Like what's that guy? What's that guy? We talked about him last time.
Who?
Is it?
Oh,
Henry Miller.
Like Henry Miller, right?
Yeah.
Henry
It's
Miller.
not like Henry, you know.
That's pornography.
It's nothing like that. That's porn.
That's porn.
Hardcore porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about more?
What about like he writes things so elegantly, you know.
Yes.
To me, that is like really Japanese.
Okay. So actually, well, back to Tanizaki Junichiro. Well, actually, in his books, that's very subtle. Actually,
Really?
subtle, maybe.
I think it's.
But that doesn't count.
This one doesn't count.
This one doesn't count.
But do you know there's one about the tattoo?
Yeah, I love that one. I love that. Horimono. Horimono でしょ?
It's called like spring. You know, it's this one.
春情操吗? 春情.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that book.
A collection of essays.
That was crazy. That book was crazy.
Because he has got it.
You had
this one?
I love that. I have the exactly the same version of this. I love the book. I love it so that I write, handwriting a book.
When I came across that book, that's how I found the similarity of him and Mishima.
Oh, you mean craziness and erotic?
Because to us, fantasies exist in our brain, it's just fantasy. But the thing is, they have the craving of realizing fantasy to their to real life. They actually try to realize fantasy in life. And and to me, that's something is disturbing about it.
Yeah, so that's why I mean, if we talk about their works, maybe we can talk in the sublime in their works, because the feeling, the world of their writing will makes me like they were terrified or something horrible.
Yeah, it's disturbing. It's something is it's interesting that these two, like Mishima and this guy,
Uh-huh.
they don't seem to shy away from their thoughts.
Uh-huh.
They actually try to dig it out with their pens.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
dig out the devil,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Well, he actually write something about devil. Tanizaki Junichiro. He wrote about he actually has a story named Devil or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Right?
Mm.
Pretty not long. Little story. little.
No, so it's probably in one of the collections somewhere.
Mm-hmm,
Oh yeah, by the way, he was nominated in 1960 for the
Mhm.
Nobel
Yes.
Prize. Yeah. Right.
I mean, he should be. He was great. He was a god to me.
But he's really dark.
Yeah, he
It's-
was.
It's dark. It's like, oh, did that guy ever won the Nobel Prize, or has he been nominated? You know, the guy who wrote Lolita. Did he-
Nabokov.
Yeah,
Vladimir
did he?
Nabokov. Has he?
Because they are too controversial. Because to me, this guy is very controversial, just like Yukio.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they are very controversial writers. Because so I'm not sure if the if the committee is like if they're ever like courageous enough to
Mhm.
nominate someone like this or to award these people. Because look at Kurt Vonnegut never won the Nobel Prize.
Both of them are strongly influenced by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde and Peter.
Yeah, but Oscar Wilde's controversial because
Yes,
of
he
his
is.
personal life.
Oscar
Yeah.
Wilde.
But the significant difference between Tanizaki and Mishima,
Mhm.
Tanizaki is living in the physical world, but Mishima is completely abstractive world, living in the abstract.
Okay. That's fun.
You say Tanizaki is living in a what? He's living in the real world, physical.
He has fantasy, but he's not involved with metaphysical stuff.
Oh yeah.
His
Yeah.
work
It's
is not
all, it's all
philosophical,
about the living world.
more
It's all
sensual.
about, yeah. It's all about yeah. Yeah. What are you looking up, Finn?
I'm looking for something about Oscar Wilde.
Oh, Wilde.
Yeah, Oscar Wilde.
But the thing is, Wilde never put his fantasies in words.
Really?
He
Never?
doesn't.
What about the Dorian Gray?
He kept his. I mean, his life is. He kept his personal life to himself. Like, I don't think he kept his fantasy because he's a man of status.
I mean, what about Dorian Gray? The picture of Dorian Gray. That was fantasy. That was crazy. But I love the book.
Okay,
I love that
was
book.
wrong.
No.
Good point. Good point. That was my blind spot. Yeah, Dorian Gray.
Okay. So, Tanaka-san, in Japan right now, the reading. What about the reading market right now in Japan?
Reading markets.
Yeah, like a publish market.
The
Like
book industry.
we in Taiwan, we know that Japanese love to read. Like I don't know, but Taiwan.
I think there are more Japanese people buying books
Yeah,
than Taiwanese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
you
I
are
think
Japanese. You live in Japan. You don't know that?
Survey a few years ago. Yeah. They said 70% of Taiwanese people 70% of Taiwanese people don't finish one book in a year.
Only 70%.
Well, that's what they said a few years ago. It's not the latest one.
Now maybe 80 or 85.
But the thing is, in Japan, although on the subway you still see lots of people using their phones, but there's still people, like especially like office workers. I see a lot of office workers carrying little the small copy.
Yeah, like just like the booking.
Yeah,
big.
Yeah. But the thing is, in Taiwan, that would be a really rare thing to see someone reading on the subway.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's really rare. Don't you think? Finn?
Yeah, that's really weird. And
Yeah,
actually,
it's really rare.
while I was living in Japan, well, I went to the bookstore, well, pretty often. And well, basically there are always lots of people there. But in Taiwan, it go to the bookstore, like take some beautiful photo, not buy books.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah.
sad.
Oh yeah, they love photos with I think on the Instagram photos, it's just
Yeah.
like a book.
Yeah.
And
And hashtag blah 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 blah
Hashtag
blah.
I'm reading.
Yeah, I'm reading, and actually the book was upside down or something. Well, the reason why I asked this because well classic, well, actually in Japan there are a lot of publisher doing so, right? Still, I mean, publish lots of classic literature.
And they also like those people like one man publishers, right?
You mean in Taiwan or in Japan?
In Japan.
One man
Yeah, do you know
publisher.
that book that was published a few years ago is about like one man publishing, and they're like loads. They interview loads of that one man publishing publishers and ask them why they do so. Yeah.
So about classic literature, I was pretty surprised that there are still so many people buying these books and publishing these books. Quite comforting, like Genji Monogatari. Yeah, or the translate version of Genji Monogatari by Tanizaki Junichiro. Books.
Who is Genji Monogatari?
Oh, Genji Monogatari 源氏物
Title of
语
book.
Yeah,
It's a title of book.
the title of the book.
Oh.
源氏物语
Oh. Okay.
about 1500
Is
1500 years ago, 150.
Yeah. But in Taiwan, think about it, how many people are reading that? The red chamber, the dream of.
Hong Long
It's like
Hong.
like
Okay,
how
okay.
many people are reading it?
I don't know.
Probably just reading that at school, at school lessons.
Yeah, well, I even believe that not that many people have ever read about Mishima Yukio or even heard about him. Maybe they heard something about him, but knew his name, but never.
Is, they're republishing all these. Like they all have really nice designs these days. Yeah, and they have different kind of translations coming up. Yeah.
So I don't know. What about?
So they are exploring, their markets. Well, I actually have friends who are just into design, but they actually purchased a copy of Daisai's
Osamu.
What's that book called? It's about like you're the outsider.
The outsider.
It's like I forgot the title of the book, but it's like the person feel like an outsider.
人間失格？人間失格嗎？
Yeah. I know young people who will purchase that book just because the book is designed nicely.
Or the title of the book, they totally misunderstand.
Oh yeah.
The book. And that's sad. I don't know. I mean, to me, you cannot misread a book. You have to read a book really, and I don't know, carefully.
But I'm just
and
happy that they would purchase it.
Oh yeah. Well, the part, yes.
And the one called The Female Student. That one has loads of new translations and new design. Yeah, and I'm really happy to see those because that means that more people will be attracted to wanting to read the book.
So they bought these books
You
just.
sniggered. You sniggered. I knew you made you laugh, but you sniggered under the laugh.
So they bought these beautiful
but that
books
book is
for.
a good entrance book to Daisai's world.
Yes. Yes, but I don't know. Maybe they were misreading. They will misread this book.
But female student is pretty simple, the storyline. Okay. I think it's 2 years ago. There's a exhibition in Taipei. It's like Taipei Normal University. I think their university somehow had a museum, like a fine art museum, and they were exhibiting a bunch of contemporary Japanese artists' work there, and then someone turned that female student, the Daisai story, into an animation. And in that exhibition, you can just watch the whole animation right now.
Oh, really?
And that was really nice. Yeah, it's actually it's quite a good idea to turn that into an animation. Yeah. Yeah, if I find it on the internet, I'll send it to you.
Okay. So do you have the
but
title?
I never thought it like that. Hey?
You know the title of the movie, the animation? The title?
It is called The Female Student by Daisai.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just like how they think that way, but by turning it into an animation, perhaps more people will, will find it understandable or acceptable. Some people just say, I don't read books. But I might watch a movie. That's from the story of the book. What's on your mind?
You mean Tanaka-san?
No, you.
Me?
Me?
Well,
It's like you're thinking about something.
Well, I was thinking that Mishima Yukio's work is quite good for an adaptation of movie. Yeah.
For animation. Oh yeah.
Yukinoguni.
Yeah, because a lot of the
Yukinoguni was
concept
adapted
is
into
delivered,
movie 10 or some years ago, right? Tsuma Fubuki Satoshi と竹内優子でしょ。はいはい。雪の国春之雪。It was actually adapted into a movie.
Oh, how is it? How is it?
Okay. Not bad, but not that good.
Turn the Kawabatas.
Well, actually, Kawabata-san's his work, his book. His book.
The old capital. The capital. They turned it into book.
The old capital. I know, Guduo. I know. But actually,
I saw it.
Oh.
It's no.
Well, classic literature. I mean, classic Japanese literature. Not all of them are good for animation or movies. But Genji Monogatari is quite good. Genji Monogatari, 原氏物语. That was quite good for a movie.
They turned into comic books as well.
Comic books was good. Good. I have the collection. If you want it, I can borrow it to you. Yeah. and the version of the movie was who's that? Amami Yuki. Amami Yuki-san, 天海佑希. You know that? Amami Yuki.
Sounds like some famous Japanese actress. Young, cute.
No, she was 40 or 50 something.
Oh.
And she was Takaratsuka. Baozong. She was in the Takaratsuka. And she was the best version of Hikari Genji.
Oh.
He was the best.
I thought they played
she was the best, huh? Yeah, yes?
Male characters. Yeah, like the Rose of Versailles.
Oh yeah. She was Oscar.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was Oscar. Well, yeah, she was the Oscar.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then
uh-huh. Why we were talking about this?
Don't know. We have to go back to.
Well, maybe next time we can talk about Proust. Right?
Oh.
You smile. You need to smile. Yeah. Maybe we can arrange sometime and talk about Proust and only Proust. Maybe.
It's hard. Can we just talk about Proust and only Proust?
Well, it's hard. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Because I think we usually digress, just like. Just like
well, when we talk about Proust, we may talk about James Joyce and something a little bit about like Virginia Woolf or something. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah. But still, what are your questions about Mishima today? Like, what about the book? Can you tell us about the book?
The book
that you recommend.
The book, well, it's pretty easy. Just
it.
like I love the book. Please read the book.
Are they essays?
No, they're not essays. They're the short stories, a collection of a book, actually. And I myself love Tanaka-san, have you ever read the Hanazagari no Mori?
No, I didn't. That's very
really ancient.
Very early, yes.
It's very early work, and actually, I loved the story. It was my best. Well, I was going to talk about Hanazagari no Mori. Well, no, not today. It's just the moment just passed. It's okay.
So what do you guys think about that book? The book about what's that? I don't know the English translation, but it's that book about the mask.
The mask.
The
confession.
Yeah. Any thoughts?
His confession. Just that book actually made me believe that he was. Yeah, that's why I think he's a gay. I mean, it's okay, Mr. Mishima. It's okay to be a gay. I want to tell him that.
I thought he's really obsessed with a Japanese actor.
Miwa Akihiro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miwa Akihiro.
Yeah, he's really obsessed with.
But Miwa Akihiro was beautiful. He was beautiful.
I thought they were really good friends, aren't they?
There was a gossip about them. One day they met at one day they met at a bar, and Mishima bought Miwa-san a drink or something, but Miwa-san just said no, refused him, and Mishima-san, he said like, this is not cute, and Miwa-san said, I don't have to be cute, I'm beautiful.
Oh.
I mean, wow, that's flirting, okay? And okay, then I don't know, just then they became good friends, so the day.
Good.
I don't know what kind of good friends, but that's good friend. Okay, they're just good friends. And after Mishima-san's death, he was sad too. I'm not sure that if Mishima-san was Miwa-san's love of his life. I don't know. I mean, no one knows, maybe, but the story between them was quite romantic, cute and romantic.
Yeah, sort of. So but well, the thing is, because T-Jung and I, we talk about how Mishima tried to like attack Daisai like publicly. Yeah, that bit I found quite annoying. Like, why do you do so? It's probably just jealousy.
So, because Dazai accepted himself, but Mishima cannot.
Yeah, I think it's jealousy.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
So
you
you
just
think
wish that you made. Well, that's why I really like Daisai. Well, he's such. The thing is, I wouldn't want to be his friend because as his friend, I think I might badmouth him all the time. It's like, oh, he's such a loser. And he's like,
but he's accepted that he was a loser.
yeah, he's a little, yeah, no.
He was
the
a
thing is, that's the
successful
word,
loser.
right? It's like, what are you gonna do? I am a loser.
Yeah, he was a successful loser or something, like every day, like, ha ha ha, I'm a loser and I admit it and you can't.
Yeah, I owe everybody money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I earned a lot, so much money by being a loser by Tazai.
But yeah, there is. But the thing is with Daisai. Oh, can I ask you a question? Because I don't know Mishima that well. Has Mishima ever written something that's from a woman's perspective?
A woman's perspective.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the key, right?
Yeah, I
Because
don't think
Daisai
so.
could do that, but Mishima, because he's too much of a narcissist, he couldn't even have a different perspective.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Mishima.
Because you see that Kawabata, he had written something from the woman's perspective. Yeah, and Daisai too. And I would say
Tanizaki.
this guy, he's really good. I mean, the way he depicted women, like women's thought, is quite accurate. Yeah, but not Mishima, right? Because he never tried it.
Never tried or can't.
I don't. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
Maybe he couldn't do that. I don't know. I don't know.
So is he okay? Here's another question: is he a misogynist? Was he a misogynist?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
He's just nothing to do with women.
He just does.
It's not like or dislike.
He just who are they? What? Women? Never heard. But I thought he was married.
Yes, he did.
He did.
And
he actually nearly married with Japanese なんだ皇后様 Princess Michiko.
Well, yeah.
Because someone tried to arrange omiai.
Omiai.
But
誰だっけ?
eventually failed.
Who?
Princess Michiko.
But he's a commoner.
Yes, but
he was not that common, actually.
Oh, okay, fine.
he went to Gakushuin. Gakushuin is very, very posh and
only for noble, the university.
Very noble people. Only that kind of people.
So, how did it not work out? Is it because the princess didn't fancy him?
Actually, I don't know much about this, how it felt, but yeah, apparently someone tried to arrange.
Okay. Question: did he have children?
He did.
Oh, really?
And he loved cat.
Oh.
He was a cat person. He only showed his tenderness to his cats.
Wait, is Daisai a cat person? Was he a cat person?
I'm not sure.
Or he's a cat himself.
Daisai Osamu is a cat himself.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's
too much of a cat.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, so he's a cat person. Did he edit leopard cat? No, that's Dali.
No, he didn't. But his torso was quite strong. He kept training himself so hard. He was thin and tiny while he was young, and he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
So he wanted
like the physical strength, that masculinity.
So in Balake, the book, lots of pictures they're showing on his torso. Not his legs, because his legs was never skippy leg, not just tiny, very, very slim legs.
So has he ever written anything about his mother?
Written about mother? No, I don't think so.
Oh, no, I
don't.
So
I don't understand why women.
To me, he was somehow Mishima Yukio there's a lot of part in his heart was a woman, I believe. Even though he used the perspective of male, but actually the way of his writing, or the way of his describing some relationship between men and women, or anything, the words, like so feminine, so feminism.
Yeah, because I'm just curious about the lack of female.
The lack of female.
Yeah.
He was raised by his grandmother. I remember. So he was not that close to his parents or something. And his mother was quite, I don't know, what's that? Traditional and 神经质怎么讲了？
No.
Nervous or paranoid. Like paranoid is too much. Nervous, anxious woman, full of anxiety. And he was a member of, actually his grandfather, his father was some.
What's posh?
I mean, his grandpa and his dad was a, what's that? 官员哦.
They were government officials.
Yeah, they were officials. So he got this very, very strict education in his yes.
Okay. Because this guy, he loved his mom. Like his mom's like a.
I know.
Beauty.
Another one loved his mom also, like Izumi Kyoka. Chen Jinghua, Izumi Kyoka loved his mom so much. Yeah, but
I love the way he writes about women.
Yeah.
The way wow. Yeah.
We should talk about him some other time. I mean, back to Mishima, because he was raised by his grandma and overprotected and I don't know. Yeah, overprotected. So he kind of lonely and sensitive. Sensitive. But because of
so what is he? Because when people are if people become arrogant, or in that they overly try to demonstrate something on the outside, that means because they are terribly inferior on the inside. So what do you think his inferiority is? Where does his inferiority lie? What is the weak spot of him as a person?
The weak spot, the issue.
Yeah, Tijiang, what do you think is his shortcoming or his disadvantage? Like I'm positive that he's aware of it, because that's why he tried to show strength, on the outside. Because normally, if you are mentally balanced, you wouldn't try to do so. You don't see the kind of attention. So he must be really inferior on the inside. So what is it? The lack of love, or what is it? What's the emptiness? Because what I do when I'm reading him, I can feel that it's like inside there's a hollowness inside of him, and he tried to fill it with something. Yeah, because why would you be so extreme?
That could be somehow associated with his core of his literature, because very often time he contradiction between who recognize world and who take action. Mishima write about these kind of things very often time. From very beginning to until last work. He is supposed to be who take action. More precisely, he is supposed to join the war and death in the war.
And die in the war.
But he couldn't because of his health condition or...
Oh, yeah! Yeah, I think that could be it, that to be rejected by the army.
This theme is coming to his literature often. For example, I do know the Kinkakuji. That is one of that work as well. Also, this one as well. And also this one. Then actually, this work, the final work itself, this is also based on that theme.
That taking action to battle the world.
Not it doesn't need to be battle. Who take action and who see the world. To see the world and take action is contradiction for him. It's not coexist in one person. Because at least in his mind.
Yeah.
Then what he did later his life is he wants to be both of them by himself. This is very weird. And there is there is a short essay called Taiyo to Tetsu, Sun and Still. This is somehow explains this Mishima's philosophy.
Yeah, Mishima's philosophy.
It's very weird work actually. He said when he train muscle and increase the volume of muscle, muscle push towards the air. I know it's very weird.
Sounds weird.
Then he see the mirror, pumped muscle. He can recognize the reality with the pain of muscle.
Okay.
But eventually it got not enough to feel reality. He needed to seek something, harmony between inside of him and outside. What is it? It has to be blood.
Okay, question. So is he an extinctionalist? That is, I'm looking up that word. Extinctionalist. Like, is he
Existentialism.
Existentialism is a existentialist. Like he's the person who's questioning about existence. Is he?
Questioning.
Yeah, this. I'm gonna type it. Where can I type it? Here. Sorry, guys. Okay, can't type.
Like Salto.
Yeah, like Sartre. Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, good. Now, so thank you for the explanation. So I can sort of get to understand the structure of his philosophy. But it's like he's questioning about what is about being alive, and what is yeah, it's really metaphysical. Yeah.
Yes.
Finn, you look like you're thinking.
Yeah.
It's very metaphysical, and it's rather rare in the Japanese literature world. It's traditional.
Because it's not about it's not just literature; it's philosophy.
I mean, Japanese literature world, in many Japanese authors, they are not involved with this kind of idea. Traditionally, traditional Japanese literature is not something like this. More physical.
Yeah, it's not. It's no discussion of extinctionism. Yeah, because that is really philosophical.
It's somehow connected to feature of Japanese language. Japanese language is perhaps very good at describing something, but not define something.
Oh,
yeah, that's true. Very true.
Oh, good.
Seriously, very true. Yeah.
Oh, I think
That's why I love Japanese. Huh? What?
I say we'll probably have to close this soon because this is like 2:10.
Well, it doesn't matter.
My library opens at 2:00.
Okay. Well, maybe we can arrange another time and then continue. Okay. So thank you, Kite. Thank you, Mr. Tanaka.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.